Sheryl Swoopes is determined to become the next Skip Bayless. Every single time she has a chance to jump on the bandwagon and praise Caitlin Clark and give her flowers, it seems like the opposite ends up happening. We remember early in the season, she came out and said Caitlin Clark will not come to the WNBA and dominate. Then once Caitlin was playing well, especially after All-Star break, she makes a point to mention every player on the team's name except Caitlin Clark when she's giving reasons to why the team is winning. Now she goes on Gil's Arena show and doubles down on the fact that she feels like Caitlin Clark is not dominating in the WNBA. Now since All-Star break, Caitlin is averaging 24-9 and her team is winning. I feel like 24-9 alone plus winning is dominating, and so does the rest of America or the rest of the WNBA fans, because Caitlin Clark has risen up in the MVP race significantly. Now even if you take her entire season, including the beginning of the season where she did struggle a little bit, she had a slow start, she's still averaging 19.5 a game, 8.5 assists, 5.5 rebounds. Those are MVP numbers. If you compare Caitlin Clark's numbers to previous winners of the MVP award, even if you compare her to A'ja Wilson, who is the leader for MVP right now, her numbers still stack up. This year, if you combine points and assists, Caitlin Clark has contributed 1,495 points. A'ja Wilson has contributed 1,217. Now A'ja does average 27 a game, but only 2 assists. Caitlin Clark averages 19 points, 8 assists. She's scoring or assisting on 45% of her team's points compared to A'ja Wilson's 37%. That is domination. That's a good argument for MVP her rookie year. How is that not dominating? Sheryl Swoopes and Gilbert both gave a reasoning as to why they feel like she's not dominating right now, and they said it's because she's not scoring the way that she did in college. According to Gilbert, according to Sheryl Swoopes, Caitlin Clark's main ability is her ability to score. In college, she was averaging 30 and 9 assists. In the WNBA, that's down to 19.5, 20. So they're saying because that scoring is down, she's not dominating. I think leading the league in assists is dominating. Leading the league in three-pointers made is dominating. I would also argue that Caitlin Clark's #1 skill is not scoring. She's a phenomenal passer and she can shoot the skin off the ball. But I don't feel like when she comes down the court, she's playing with the mentality that, oh, I have to score every play. No. She takes advantage. If you back up, she's going to shoot it. And if you overreact, like most defenses do, she's going to find the open player. And the way she's playing, the way her team is playing, it's clear that leadership is going into that. The Fever were not a good team last year. They're a playoff team now. That's dominating. You don't have to score 30 points a game to dominate. I want you to show me somebody who averaged 9 assists in college and then went to the professional level and led that league in assists, and you get labeled a scorer. That doesn't make sense to me. That's almost like what you do with LeBron, where LeBron is such a great player. He's great at everything. He just scores a lot of points, but he's not a scorer. Same thing with Caitlin Clark. And like I said, her numbers are close to MVP numbers. And when I say close, remember, Sheryl Swoopes is a 3-time MVP. The first time she won MVP, she averaged 24-6. The second time, 18-3-4. Third time, 18-4-3. Right now, Caitlin as a rookie, 19-8-5. Those are MVP numbers. But Sheryl Swoopes is so determined to not give Caitlin Clark credit that she says even when she won MVP, she was not dominant. She just played well. What? I want you to explain to me how a 3-time MVP is not dominant. That is a dominant player. You are a 3-time league MVP. So again, the numbers say Caitlin Clark's dominating. When you watch the game, you can see she's clearly the leader out there. She's making everything go. The way they play now is not the way they played last year. She's making everything work. To me, that is domination, and Sheryl Swoopes is going to stay on the opposite side of everything that the world says about Caitlin Clark, because that's where I don't want to say she's necessarily doing it for attention, but she's going to continue to get a lot of attention, and her name will be forever linked with Caitlin Clark as long as she always has the opposing viewpoint. And there's a lot of money in that. The more popular Caitlin Clark gets, the more popular Sheryl Swoopes is going to get, because she's her #1 hater.